How's it going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Loves You Outdoors. Back up at the woodlot. Up here I'm going to offload the dozer. So we did have a bunch of snow, but we got a bunch of rain, so the snow's gone. And we got a little bit of a cold snap, so thought this is a perfect opportunity for me to offload this and bring it up here. The plan is I want to have it up here so that I can plow the road. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back it right in this little spot here off the side of the road and leave it. And so I'm going to drive it off, put the ramps out, and then I got a bunch of junk down here that I'm going to push over, knock down. I kind of have a bit of a dump site, and some people were dumping there before I put a gate on the road, and then I've been dumping some wood and brush, and so I'm going to knock all that down. And I used to do it with the tractor, but I don't like doing that with the tires, and that's why I'd rather use this with the track, so then that way there, obviously I'm not going to get a flat tire. Okay, so I got the ramps all set up. I think I'll fire that up and let it warm up a little bit. Got a bunch of junk all in there. Okay, so that come off not too bad, except for I rolled off or slid off on a little bit of ice and slid off the side. Alright, so it seems to be working not too bad. I'm going to move some of the junk. I'm going to get turned around and start knocking over some of that brush. Alright, stand by. Okay, so I'm trying to get a good angle here. So I'm just putting the oil into the fittings, the Zerk fittings, and so it's weird. It almost looks like the consistency of like honey, and that first spot is really hard to get to. You got to kind of slide the Zerk or the fitting, the oil fitting, kind of underneath. But I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to research and find out exactly where they're all at. So there's 4 on the bottom, and there's actually 1 on the idler, front idler wheel, and it's kind of hard to get at, but I'm gonna have to move it. I already did the other side, and so I'll have to move it till I get get the wheel, the front idler wheel, to the right spot. There. I really don't know how much I'm supposed to put in this either. Yeah, so I'm going to take a look at my manuals to make sure I get all the spots exactly. Like I said, there's one in the front. I'll start that, move that ahead. This one here looks like an old grease fitting, not the oil ones. Yeah, there's the fitting in the front. I think I can get that one. Okay, so I just got that one in the front. As you can see, it's kind of in an odd, weird spot. But it is right in between those bolts, I guess. Yeah, so there it is right there. Yeah, so that looks like 4, 5, 5 per side. And like I said, I'm going to do some research and I'll double check. And so the plan is, you can see here in the winter, that pin right there comes out. Let me back this up so you can see the other pin. There's another pin, like a spare one, right here. So there's a spare pin sitting right in here. So now you have 2 pins. You pull this pin out, pull the blade out, and then there's a bar that runs in between. Then you use both pins. And you can do that on both sides, so that you can tilt the blade. It's just manual. yeah, so I don't know how much of that you could see, but anyhow, there was just a bunch of old lumber and brush and this stuff here. I think I don't know, I've been saving this old rough lumber, but I'll probably just keep it there, and I'm going to chop that up and use that for like campfire wood. And there's a bunch more wood up there, and a lot of times I just stockpile a bunch of stuff that I think I might, you know, an old barrel and old tables and chairs and stuff that I instead of storing it at the house, I store it up here, and if I think I'm gonna use it or need it for something, this is kind of like my junk pile. Anyhow, that's it for now. So if you could like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?